Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be testing out the new Milani all-inclusive eye, cheek, and face palettes. I purchased both of these. I purchased the light to medium and the medium to deep. I figured I'd try out both of them. They look really pretty inside, so I'm really excited to try out both of them for you guys today. I did purchase these at Walmart for $12.97 a piece, which is not too bad because it's an all-inclusive face palette. So you're going to get your blush, your highlight, your bronzer, your shadow. Everything is included here. So I'm really excited about that because I feel like that's a great concept, especially if you're using it to put in your gym bag or you're using it for traveling. I know you guys are hearing this all the time, but traveling is not key right now. But if these work out, they're gonna be perfect for that purpose. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and try these today. I did do my skincare, I did my foundation, I put my powder on. All the products are gonna be listed in the description box below. So if you guys wanna check out like what I put on my face, then it'll be listed down there. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with these. I wanna show you each one of them and what they look like inside. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's cardboard packaging. On the back it has like a description of how to use each shadow or each product. And on the inside there's a mirror, and then this is the light to medium palette. Really pretty. It is very light, but I think I could work with some of these shades. This one's the medium to deep palette. Again, it's cardboard packaging, and on the back has the same thing, has a mirror, and then these are the medium to deep shades, which I think these are more for my skin tone, but like I said, I want to use both of them. I thought both of them were really beautiful. I do want to read what it says on the back of the packaging. It says a curated palette of medium to deep or light to medium shades, 7 richly pigmented and effortlessly wearable shades specifically designed to achieve a variety of versatile makeup looks. I'm going to try to use as many of the shades in these palettes as possible. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with this shadow here in the light to medium palette, and I'm just going to put that in my crease. And I'm using a Sonia Kashuk tapered crease brush. It's a very light peachy shade. It is pigmented, so that's nice. I thought it was going to come off a lot lighter, but it didn't. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the other shadow that's here, and I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm just going to deepen up that crease. They're a little bit powdery, so them being powdery doesn't really bother me. I'm looking more for how they perform. So now I'm going to go into the medium deep palette, and I'm going to use a little bit more of a tapered brush. I'm going to go with this Zoeva soft definer brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm also going to put that in the crease, kind of deepen it up. The brush places the shadow more precisely into the crease. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this shadow right here, just kind of deepen it up. I am getting just a tiny bit of fallout. Just taking a clean fluffy brush, and I'm cleaning up the edges. All right guys, those shadows went on really well, so really do like this look. I want to place some shadow on the inner corner. I'm going to go into this shadow right here. I'm just using it like a flat shader brush. I'm actually just going to pack that on the inner corner and bring it to the center. This does have some micro glitter in it, so I would just suggest like packing it on the lid and not like swiping. You can barely tell it has any glitter in it. I'm going to take the other side of the brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to place that on the center of my lid to highlight that area. Okay, so now we're going to go into bronzer. I'm going to go in with this Moda brush that I got from Walmart, and I'm going to start with the light bronzer first. Just going to place it all over. Ooh, that's a pretty bronzer. Beautiful shade. I'm really loving that bronzer, guys. So I'm going to use a stippling brush and use the bronzer in the medium to deep tone palette, And the reason why I want to do this is I just want to see the color. I know it's very, very pigmented, but I still want to see the color on my cheeks, and I'm going in with a stippling brush so that it will distribute and kind of diffuse the bronzer on my skin. Yeah, it looks very pigmented. That one's really, really pretty too. It's very warm, but it's so beautiful. I'm kind of just doing like a slight contour with it. I really do like those bronzers. They're both gorgeous. Okay, so now we're gonna go into highlight. I'm just using my Anastasia A23 brush. I'm gonna go in with the light highlight first. Looks like a kind of like a champagne gold. It's very light, but still beautiful. Really pretty. I like that highlight. Okay, so then I'm gonna go in on the other side of the brush with the highlight from the medium to deep. This one looks a little bit more bronzy gold. Oh gosh, but still so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I'm gonna put a little bit on this side. So for blush, there's a shimmer blush and then there's a kind of a matte blush. I don't want to use a shimmer blush because I already have that highlight on my cheeks. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the matte blush from the light to medium palette. I'm just going to put that on the top of the bronzer. That's pretty. So that's the matte blush in the light to medium palette. Now I'm going to go in with this matte blush, but I want to put it on this side. I'm using the same brush. I cleaned it off with a napkin or a tissue. Oh, that's gorgeous too. They're both really beautiful. I'm going to add this one, the darker one on this side, kind of make it look the same. And then I'm going to add a little bit of the lighter one on this side to kind of blend everything together. All right guys, I'm gonna go ahead and add my mascara, and I'm also gonna add a lip, and then I'll be right back and we'll talk about both of these palettes. Okay guys, let's go ahead and talk about these palettes. Let me tell you what I put on my lips first. I put on the Milani Saucy Toffee lip liner, and then I also added the Milani lipstick in I Am Smart. It's more of like a pinky tone. I think it looks really good with the look, by the way. I think that both palettes go really, really well together. So if you decide to buy both, I think you'll get use out of both. Regardless if you're light to medium skin type or medium to deep skin type, I think both palettes will work for all skin tones. So yeah, so let me go into the light to medium. The bronzer in the light to medium has got to be my favorite. I think it's like the perfect shade bronzer for me. So yeah, I love the bronzer in this. I love the shadows. The only thing I didn't use is this, which is a blush, and it is a very bright kind of shimmery blush, but it's really beautiful. I bet it would even look really good on the eyes. I'm sure you could use any of these shades on the eyes as well. So yeah, so I think this is such a great palette. I really thought because they were gonna be really powdery that they were gonna kind of mix with the other shades, but they didn't. It didn't get that messy at all. So yeah, I think this is a beautiful palette. Everything went on really well. I loved all the shades in here, as well as the medium to deep palette. Now the medium to deep palette, the bronzer here is a little bit darker for me, but I still love the bronzer. I would even love the bronzer as a cheek color because it has like really beautiful warm tone pigments in it. So I do like the bronzer in here. I loved the blush. The blush is gorgeous. The highlighter is my favorite highlighter out of the two, only because this highlighter is just a little bit more on the deeper gold side. Not too deep, but it's just like the perfect shade. And then of course I did not use this shimmery blush, which I'll show you right next to the pink one. And it really doesn't have as much shimmer as the pink one, but that's it right there on the bottom. It's a really pretty shade. So yeah, they're both very beautiful. I just didn't use them today because I used the highlighter, but I am excited about using them later. This palette is gorgeous, guys. I really love all the shades in this palette. So yeah, this palette is really beautiful. I think it's gonna be gorgeous like on any skin tone. So I think Milani hit it out of the park with this one because they're super creamy, pigmented, easily blendable. They just apply really, really well. So I'm really impressed with these palettes, guys. I think they are like perfect for on the go. They're very convenient. They have everything you need in this palette as far as your eyeshadow, your blush, and your bronzer. Everything is included, and for $12.97, you can't beat that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. So anyway, thanks again for being here, and we will talk to you on the next one.